Hello everyone, this is my face, and we just got done with the fun under the sun in the beach temple. I wasn't really tormented at the beach, but how can the beach torment anyone? Well, unless there's a shark attack, but there are obviously no sharks in that temple. Maybe Top Kirby needs to put some sharks in that temple, maybe make it a little bit more tormenting. But anyways, I got hit again, because I always get hit by those guys, because I almost never pay attention. And as you can see, the shield that I bought is paying off. I can now block those rocks with authority. Having the boomerang is definitely a big plus now. So these blue tech-type enemies are not so threatening now. So now that I have my boomerang, I can now go to the next area. Ah, you, bad boy. Ah, and I killed two people with one sword. So we got the desert. I think in there is just an information guide that I'm never gonna buy information from. Oh no, she just gives me a warning about the sandstorm. These guys are like levers 1.5 because they don't quite do as much damage as the blue ones, but they act like lever 2, and they these are the and I can kill those red ones in 3 sword slash instead of 4. Running into the cactus will hurt you, so I'd advise you not to. Oh, I dodged you. What are you gonna do now? You're gonna die. That's what you're gonna do. And I have the power to stop time, but you didn't know that. Oh, more bombs. So part of our shopping spree is to buy these arrows. They're very important because it's impossible to do the second dungeon without the arrows. And I'm gonna buy this scroll. We'll see what it does later on. Of course, if you're familiar with Zelda Classic or just the basic Zelda game, you should be able to guess what that item does. It'll be important later on. So, I'm gonna clear out these baddies here. I think he's popping up. He's popping up right there. So, I'm gonna go to the Armos guy. Now, I do have one bit of criticism. I understand that to walk down cave, that's perfectly fine. You know, I'm obviously going to take the heart, because that's what Link does. But these other 2 caves have that strange cave walk down. I just think it looks a little weird with the graphics. It's just me. I think my computer wants to lag a little bit. So, sorry about the lag. I really don't have a strong computer, and I'm too cheap to upgrade it because I don't really play modern games very often. But anyways, you just use your strength to open the door, and now we're gonna walk like an Egyptian in the Egyptian temple. So I must have somehow ended up in Africa. From Hyrule to Africa. Boy, Link, you can walk a long way. This dungeon is significantly more difficult to figure out than the first one. You know, I thought water was scarce in the desert, but apparently not here, because this little lake here. I'm just joking. One thing to note with Top Kirby's style is in this quest, the walls have a lot of detail. Like, look at the wall to the right as I get hurt and not pay attention to what's going on. Like, look at this wall to the left. It has that decorative statue thing, and the wall on top has the vines. You know, they're detailed. And the wall to the right there just looks like a normal wall. Any wall that is not a decorative wall that looks like a normal wall is either going to be a bummable wall or a walk-through wall. Just about, I think 100% of the time, actually. So it really makes finding secrets a bit easier. Okay, so we're going to do my trick where I stand on top of here. so the wall masters don't just come out, and I'm free to get hit by the bubbles as long as I want, because there we go. Now it's safe for me to go all out because the bubble's out of the way. I like to group them up like this and own them like that. Got my first key. Gotta be careful because it is still at the beginning of these quests. I only have the green tunic. I don't have very many hearts. It's pretty easy to die. So we get the first dungeon item, the blue candle. It has its usages battle-wise, but for the most part, it's a relatively useless item unless if a person puts a lot of candle triggers somewhere. We're gonna go down first, I think. So, these guys, the easier way to fight them is not to stand directly in their line of sight. You kind of want to stand in between tiles. Because if you stand in between tiles, they're not going to want to go after you. It just makes them a little bit easier to deal with. But these guys aren't too bad. I'm going to save those bombs for later, because I'm going to need them. I think, yeah, I need the, yeah, I'm going to use some bombs here to take care of these guys. Just makes fighting them a little bit easier, and I'm getting my butt handed to me right now. Oh, that was a good bomb blast. Good job. So as I said, the candle has its usages. Yeah, that was a pretty bad placement right there. With all the obstacles in the moving sand, this battle can be pretty intense, pretty fast. Gotta make sure I'm perfectly lined up so I don't get hit on the way up, because I can't afford to get hit right now. Gotta be careful here because these guys can kick my butt pretty easy. So don't be afraid to play conservative and safe. I mean, that's part of being good and successful at video games is, you know, you need to know when to take your risks. We also need to know when to hang out and play it safe, like I'm doing with these Gorias. You see, I'm getting health instead of losing health now. Okay. So I think I went the wrong way, because I remember, I think the scorpions are in here. No. I'm kind of afraid to go on, because I know I need the bow, and I don't quite remember where I get the bow. This is what I mean by you're going to see me go around in a couple of circles. Oh, great. Double key action right there. And, maybe being disheartened by not ending up in the place I wanted to, I get hit. I get the compass, but that doesn't do me any good. At least not now. Oh yes, you know, the decorative wall thing. So this wall is not decorated, so I do that, and lo and behold, it's good. I really want to know where these guys are from. I want to say from Metroid or something, but I can't recall it. I believe in the room to the left. Oh my. Respawning enemies. So here's another trick. Because if you leave for a while, a room will refill with enemies. Oh, I have to kill these guys. I was about to say, if you don't have to kill all the enemies, just leave just one alive. And the room will not, will not respawn the enemies. There we go. So I'm just gonna kill all but one of these guys. Link shows off his muscle power right there. So I got my key. I'm getting my hearts refilled. That's good. Oh, there we go. We're doing good here. We got the map. Okay, so we gotta go in here. And let's see what's inside this door. I hope it's the bow. It's not too bad. Just gotta know how to attack the enemies. Understanding the hitboxes of your sword really helps out here. Helps you attack the enemies at a safe distance. There we go. There's my bow. I'm a happy guy now. It always takes Link a second to unlock the door, so you can easily get hit. I like the effect here, where the bats, since they don't have the falling animation, they're already down and ready to attack you, but the other guys have to fall down. It's kind of cool. Ah, same could be done with boss enemies. Like, if you put an Aqua Mantis or a Manhandla, they're not gonna fall down. Although I think it'd be funny to see them fall down. But adding temporary disabling bubbles is always a pretty easy way of making a quest harder without putting too much effort. So there's another one of these usages of the candle right there. They're good for taking out those wall masters. I'm gonna go ahead and take the bombs, even though I'm getting a bit... I could have waited a bit longer. So this is the enemy that I need my bow and arrow. It's these scorpion guys. They have to be hit in the eye. And yeah, you have to be hit in the eye area with your bow and arrow to kill them. Good enemy idea. I like them. I like the usage of the shield. This area you just want to hang around the middle. Top priority, in my opinion, should be the Gorayas. Then the Gyptos. After you kill these guys, the wall masters aren't too scary. Just stay away from the bubbles. Now, when you get hit by these bubbles, oops, that guy got a little impatient. He's like, no, I'm not going to be stunned forever. So it's easy to mess up, so don't always feel like you're completely safe, because you're never truly safe until the job is done. What was I about to say? Oh yeah, if the bubbles hit you, don't panic too hard, because just because you lost your sword doesn't mean you lost your boomerang. So you can still stun enemies, even if your sword is disabled. Now, the quest designer could be extra mean and say that you can make these bubbles disable both the sword and items at the same time, and that would be extra mean. I'm just clearing out these guys soon, because if I have to go through the room again, I won't have to worry about going through our hordes of them. The nice thing about bubbles is once you clear out all the enemies, unless if the creator put the flag, all enemies return flag on, then not all the enemies will never return, because the bubbles still count as enemies. So, some helpful information right there. Show off those muscles, Link. Oh yeah, Zelda's very impressed. So you don't necessarily have to shoot directly in front of them, these guys. I think you just can't hit them in the back. Oops, I got hit there because I was being careless. But your sword can grab items, and your boomerangs, and your arrows can... Oh, That's nice. The instead of wall masters, they're give those take priority in this room. Okay. I was about to get my revenge on them, but Top Kirby denied me of that revenge. I always want to make sure I'm aligned, and I did a terrible job there, and I got hurt by the traps. It's a trap! I think I don't ever have to come here again, so I'm gonna, yep, beg the gods that I get a fairy, and the fairy queen smiled upon me today. I'm a stud, showing off my muscles, that's why. So now that we cleared the bottom part, we're gonna go up here. Freeze time, and since I never have to go down the lower route again, I'm just gonna leave one of these guys alive, so in case if I do have to come back here, if I just get hit by a wall master again, it should be okay. Now, I think for this room, you want to make sure you have bombs, because if you go in here, you're kind of... No, not this room. Not this room. So fighting give those can be, you know, they're very basic enemies, but I think Top Kirby programmed these guys. Well, didn't program them, but told these guys to be aggressive. So they're just going straight for me. So you gotta be careful, be aware of your battle surroundings, and you should be okay. Yeah. If you don't have any bombs in here, you're dead. Boy, I got lucky with that. You know, I don't know if it's me, or if it's just the way they look, but I have a feeling that these guys are a little faster than the average Dodongo. Well, anyways, I'm going to ignore that fairy. I think this is just a trap room, but I'm just going to go ahead and go in here, just because. So, you could treat those, do the same Darknet trick against these Stalfoses, like I just did to get myself out of a sticky situation. Very useful. I'm just playing it safe. Fortunately, my sword has a longer hitbox, so when I swing up, I can reach a longer distance than if I were to swing my sword down. Making sure I'm a safe distance from those wall masters when I stun them, so that when they activate again, they don't just grab me like that guy did before. And all you get is a useless key. This room, you don't have to go in it at all. It's a useless room. It's just a trap room. So I'm gonna leave that fairy in case if I need the health later on. So these guys are upgraded versions. I fought these guys in level 1. You know what these guys are all about. You want to kill those little green guys as soon as possible, because if you don't, they'll grow back into their daddy selves. And I don't remember if you can push any blocks in here. I don't think you can. And if you don't kill them, either one, they end up multiplying. So I'm missing the boss key, and I don't remember if you get it in this room or not by killing all the enemies. So I'm just gonna freeze time. This game, for me, seems to be pretty generous with the time stopper. So I'm just gonna start pushing blocks like a man. I think it's the left one middle. Yeah. And I should get my boss key here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that fairy in the other room. I'm kinda greedy. I want my 1 heart. Then we'll start the next boss fight. And as you can see, I have a decent amount of rupees again. Top Kirby really was generous with the rupees in the dungeon so that you don't have to just grind all day. So hopefully I don't get hit here and make my fairy worthless. I didn't, I'm good. So let's fight the second boss. I really liked how this boss was done, because you don't have the magic shield, so all the bullets you have to worry about. The trick to fighting Gomas is you count the shots that they shoot. When their eyes are closed, they shoot 5 shots. And when their eyes are open, they shoot 2 times. And I messed up my timing there. But anyways, that was a near flawless victory. Be careful when going that door because that trap will hurt you. And we get the second. It's not a Triforce piece. I didn't read the story. I read it the first time and I forgot what those are, but we'll just call them gems. And I just got hit by the surprise Goy at the outside area. But that ends the second part of my playthrough. Tune in next time as I get tormented in another temple. You guys have a nice day and bye-bye.